What's up, y'all? It's Tessa Turtle here, and I just wanted to say that before this started, I did my eyebrows and I put some scotch tape underneath my lower lash line going upwards to serve as a template so that your eyeshadow doesn't get all along the side of your face. So I'm using the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I really recommend this palette. It's a higher end palette, but it is so great. So if you have money, definitely go get it. So I am taking the shade Salted Caramel and I'm just putting it in my crease, over both creases, over all the way to the crease. And with your lightest transition color, you don't have to be too nervous about getting it up into the brow bone. You still don't want to, but if it's the lightest one, then it's okay if it gets up in there a little bit because it'll be your lighter one and you can build with the darker colors. Darker colors are the ones that you gotta be careful about in up near your brow bone. So now I'm taking the shade Semi-Sweet and I am putting it kind of also in my crease, but only halfway across my eye so that it creates kind of a little bit of a light to dark effect. So now I am going in with the shade Triple Fudge, and I'm taking a very, very small amount and I'm putting it in the very outermost corner of my eye. And as you can see, I'm just kind of like putting a little dot in there, and then you go and blend it out. And that will help create more of a grading effect because you want it darkest in the outermost corner and you want it lightest in the innermost corner. And that makes for a good eyeshadow base. Now I'm going in with a flat synthetic brush and I am taking the shade Amaretto and I'm putting it all over my lid. Now, I do something that you probably should not do. And what I do is, as you'll see, I kind of drag it along. Right now I'm patting it, but on the other eye you'll see that I drag it along, which you're not supposed to do. But I do it anyway because I am kind of weird like that. But don't do it. Usually pat it on. And another thing that will help increase the vibrancy of your eyeshadows is if you go in with setting spray and you spray the brush after you have dipped the brush into your color. And that makes it just, that makes metallic shades pop. It's great. What I'm doing here is I'm putting some champagne truffle in under my brow, to highlight my brow bone. And that's always a good idea because it just helps your eyebrows and eye look more complete. And you can also put that in the inner corner. For this time I wanted to keep it pretty dark, so I didn't highlight my inner corner. And now I'm taking Ulta Extreme Wear Gel Eyeliner in Prime Time. It is black, but it's also sparkly, which is really cool. I like that. And I'm taking an angled brush and I'm going to apply that as my eyeliner on my eyes, obviously. And here is where the tape comes really in handy. So if you're not good at wings, it will help you because it kind of acts as a guideline so you can stay inside the lines, and when you pull off the tape you have a nice crisp edge. But I do not advise doing what I just did here, which is I put the tape not at the exact same angle on both eyes. So as you can see, when I pull off my tape, it's completely wrong, and I just it was pretty devastating. But you can fix it later on. You can go in with more of your gel eyeliner. That's the face I make when I realize my mistake with the tape. But life goes on, I guess. You just fix your problems as they come. So I'm pulling off the tape, and I'm seeing that I did not apply it at the same angle. So as you can see, the slow realization on my face and total utter devastation. But I'm like, you know what, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I have worked with this gel liner for a couple years now, so basically when you mess up with your makeup, you just gotta try again, because you can always take it off and start again. So that's something that you really need to keep in mind. Don't be afraid to start over. I know it might take a lot longer, but this trial and error is how you get better at makeup. Now that I have completed my eye look, I'm going in with my foundation. A lot of people do their eye look before they do their foundation, and the reason is if you get a lot of fallout, that's kind of the dusty stuff that comes off your eyeshadow. Sometimes it gets in under your eyes or on the sides of your face, and you already did all your, foundation and primer and concealer, and you have to take all that off, and that's a pain in the butt. So it's probably a better idea to do your eye makeup before you do your foundation and other face. Here I'm going in with some CoverGirl concealer, and I'm just putting it in the normal places where you would put concealer under your eyes in a upside down triangle shape or regular triangle, depending on your perspective. But what you want to do is you don't want to put it directly on your lash line, your lower lash line, because then it would either get in your eyelashes or it would increase creasing under your eyes, and that's the reason why you use concealer, is to get rid of your under eyes. So I am also putting it on the bridge of my nose and the top of my, in a V on my forehead. And I don't have a beauty blender because ain't nobody got time for a $20 piece of sponge. So what I use is cosmetic wedges from, I don't know, Walmart or Target, and I blend the crap out of it. What you want to do is pat. You don't want to, like I did with the eyeshadow, and pull it. You want to pat, because pulling it will kind of just pool it all over your face, and you don't want to do that. I make various faces because I still am not very good at blending in my concealer. Here I'm going in with my Sephora Baked Bronzer Duo in Spicy Heat. Now, don't do what I did and, well, first of all, here's how to apply it. I use this kind of angled brush because it helps me follow the line of my face, well, my jaw kind of. And so what you want to do is you want to tap the fallout, because there's a ton of powder on here. What you want to do is kind of do it where I did it, but do not do it under any circumstances where I do it on this next cheek. So what I do is I'm like, I can match it up. No, and I go way below where you're supposed to do. And I make a sad face because I realized my mistake. But it's okay, life goes on, just blend it out. Try to blend it upwards if you put it too low. I'm going in with my NARS blush in Super Orgasm. Yes, super, not regular orgasm, because Super Orgasm has big chunks of glitter in it, and I love glitter. Glitter is love, glitter is life. So what I'm doing is I am applying it on my cheeks, and I am using copious amounts of it as if it doesn't cost $40 for one little tiny thing. But I mean, you don't buy makeup unless you love it. So, and the point of loving it is to use it, I guess, to make you happy. So I am just putting copious amounts of it on my face, and I am kind of making scared faces because I'm like, well, $40, but it's so worth it. And I'm dancing and singing. Who does not dance and sing when they're doing their makeup? Honestly, who doesn't? Y'all beauty gurus out there who don't dance and sing, you lying to yourself. So I'm taking Urban Decay Naked Illuminated Highlighter in the shade Luminous, and I love this stuff so much. It's like $30, but I assure you it's a good investment. You get a huge highlighter, and I've had it for a long time, and it is still not gone down very much. So I am putting that where you put a highlighter, usually on the tops of your cheeks. You can put a highlighter really wherever you want, because your makeup, what you do with your makeup is up to you, and you gotta do what makes you happy. So what makes me happy is putting a crap ton of it on me. And I'm blending it out because I don't really like the harsh line that the brush, the little applicator that comes with it, gives you. So I am fixing that a little bit by blending it out with my finger. Yes, I know, my finger. I blend with my finger, guys. Just sue me. So I'm putting on my Cupid's bow too in my nose, and I am making a face because I made a mistake and I am annoyed. So this is me contemplating, should I go fix that mistake? And you'll never know what that mistake was. I just thought that face was funny. So I'm using the Ultra Matte by ColourPop in the shade More Better. It is a dark raspberry sort of. It's very more brighter. It's more brighter, more better in real life, but it is. It looks really dark on camera, but it's actually pretty light. Well, it's not light, but it's very vibrant and very dark, and you have to be careful with dark lipsticks because you can just easily get them all over your face. And luckily with this time, I was lucky and I did not get it all over my face. And I actually had a pretty good first application. And sometimes you need to dry your lips. That's what I'm doing here. Because I think, oh, am I gonna have to go in with a makeup remover and fix up the lines? But when I look at it, I'm like, no, actually, it was pretty dang good. And so you can finish it with some setting spray. I didn't because I was going to take it off and go to bed. But if you're going to start for the whole day, then use some setting spray. And that is my makeup look for today. Bye, y'all.